What's up guys, Hades here. So, Summer Carnival is here. There are some pretty important details you need to know about this event because it will impact your account and the power levels you have available. Now, a lot of people have complained that they don't like these GT Arcade events. I personally don't like them, but we still need to optimize them the best we can. This will be a pretty quick one, so stay tuned for all the details. Now, why do we care? Well, there's some insignias on the line. If you go into your insignias and your collectibles, festivals, Midsummer Festival, there is a token on the line for your average player. There's more for the higher level, higher tier guys, but for most of us, we just want to get the completion reward, 0.2% crit rate, but it also gives us one more star on our path to 50. Most people have not gotten 50 unless you're a Mega Whale and have pretty much everything, so we're trying to get that 50. Now, how do we get there? Open the event, and there's just a few things you need to know. Most of this is just for some people like to see, like their stats, who they talk with. You also can vote on your favorite patch notes if you scroll all the way down here, and you can click a like on them if you want. But most of the bread and butter comes from this event right here, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to party list and you're gonna do everything it asks you to do. 10 gnomes, 100,000 resources, just log in, and 5 challenges. Super easy. Each one you can claim becomes a little hook here, and that lets you play the game 6 times, okay? I didn't do all of my attempts yesterday. I collected the dailies, but I didn't do them. So I did it twice just to see what you would get, and the rewards are actually quite good, right? Gems, dust, artifact, potions, and then the next one was even more gems, dust, artifact, and an extra, right? So there's a lot of rewards on the line, and I think they scale even higher. Now, something important here, I'm gonna play the game. Before I click it, you need to know that it's random generated, okay? Because it's random, we actually aren't always gonna get a winning position. Some people have complained their alts get better, some people, got really lucky, but here's the basis. Okay, shells are worth 5 points, corals 10, pearls 20, diamonds 200. So obviously we want to get the diamonds. The diamonds are usually stuck, they're far away, and the further away they are, the slower they come in. Right here it says the slower you reel in, so plan accordingly. If you touch a crab, you lose 100 points, so don't grab the crabs, right? So we were looking for diamonds, pearls, coral, then shells. Sometimes you have to get the shells and the corals out of the way to then reach the diamonds. You're also on a timer, so if you don't do it in time, that's also going to affect your run. So I'm going to do an example run here. Might fail, might succeed, we'll see. And remember, there's a random element to this. 30 seconds on the clock, it starts right away. The crabs are in a beautiful position for me. Way out of the way. I'm just gonna go as fast as I can. I'm gonna get those 3 diamonds if I can, because those are the most points. You're also not guaranteed to get this many diamonds, and I might miss the last one because I have to wait for the timer. I rushed it. Oh well. So the point is, you have to get lucky, and if you get lucky like that, that's actually probably as good as it gets. You can get over 600 points, which is pretty good. I'm gonna play one more just to show you that it is very random, and I'm gonna grab a crab. Okay. You don't want to miss. Don't miss. You can see here, this one only had 1 diamond. This is just like awful, and you don't have time to go get it, because by the time my hook rotates all the way back around, I have to grab the coral and the shell in front of it, so nothing there. And if you run out of time, you don't get it. So this can happen to you. It is what it is. Grab what you can. And I'm gonna click these to claim them. I'm gonna go back in game, and you can see just how big these rewards are. So this is the 3rd tier. I got 3 potions, an extra 5, more dust, and 100 extra gems. And then the next one was humongous. 5 action potions, 30, 100, 500. Really, really nice. And then I get the special attribute minus 3% death rate for 30 days. So when you teleport, you can see it, but you just have 30% death rate, which is nice because you can pop it for a KVK if you don't have one. And yeah, that's about all for this event. There are a few other little things you can do. You can invite someone back to the game and try and get some of these rewards. If you invite one person, you can get 9 Philosopher's Stones, some dust and fragments. If you invite 3 players back, then you get Precious Dragons, more dust, more random. But the big one is if you invite 5 back, you get 60 light and shadow selection chests, which is a lot. That's these have 10, which means there's 60 times 10, which is 600, which is pretty cool. Dust and fragments. So there's minimum requirement. You can't just do some alt that's got nothing. But yeah, I hope you guys like this event. There should be a new Grail event coming out pretty soon. We don't know the exact date. But if you like this kind of videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.